Podcasting. It's a word we hear all the time now. It seems like everyone is listening to a podcast. Or maybe they're making one. You see people with earbuds in, on the train, walking the dog, at the grocery store. What are they listening to? Often it's a podcast, a story, an interview, a conversation. What makes these audio shows so popular? I think it's the intimacy, the human voice right there in your ear. It's a direct connection. You don't need to look at a screen. Your hands are free. Your eyes are free. You can listen while you do other things. It's almost like a return to an older way, gathering around to hear a story told. My own experience with Serial showed me this power. We just had a story, and people listened. Let's look closer at this world of sound. Podcasting didn't just appear out of nowhere. It wasn't a sudden invention. It had a slow, quiet beginning. Think back to the early 2000s. The internet felt different then. Many people still used dial-up connections. Blogging was the exciting new word on the block. Sharing thoughts online, in writing. Then came a crucial piece of technology, RSS feeds. Really simple syndication. It allowed software to check for new content automatically and deliver it to subscribers. People like Adam Curry and Dave Weiner saw how RSS could be used for audio files. The name podcasting itself is a blend of iPod and broadcasting. The term was reportedly coined by Ben Hammersley in 2004. Early podcasts were often made by tech enthusiasts, or people passionate about very specific hobbies. They were talking to small, dedicated audiences. It was a bit of a DIY culture. The concept of on-demand audio, the seed of something big had been planted. Traditional media had its rhythms, its set ways. Newspapers arrived on your doorstep in the morning, radio played during your commute to work, television news came on at specific hours in the evening, schedules were fixed, choices were, in some ways, limited. You consumed what was offered, when it was offered. Podcasting started to unravel that. It offered a new kind of freedom. Suddenly, you didn't need a broadcast license, or a massive printing press, or a TV studio. Anyone with a decent microphone and a computer could make a show. From their bedroom, from their kitchen table. This was a profound shift. It democratized the creation of media content. New voices could be heard. Stories that might never have made it to mainstream channels. They now had a platform. Radio, especially talk radio, felt this change directly. Podcasts offered an incredible range of topics, often with deeper dives, more nuance. The entire media landscape was being reshaped. Voices that resonate. Case studies in podcast success. Some podcasts just capture the public imagination. They take off in ways no one expects. Serial, the show I worked on, was one of those. Honestly, we were surprised by the reaction. We knew we had a compelling story, a mystery. But the way listeners connected with Adnan Syed's case, the way they wanted to investigate alongside us, it showed the power of long-form audio storytelling. Then you have shows like The Daily from the New York Times. This podcast redefined how many people consume news. Instead of a quick headline summary, it offers one big story. Each day explored in depth with careful reporting. The host, Michael Barbaro, became a familiar voice. Comedy podcasts also found huge audiences. Shows like My Favorite Murder, where the hosts discuss true crime with humor and empathy. Or Smartless, with its celebrity hosts and unscripted banter. These shows often build incredibly strong communities. Listeners feel like they have a personal relationship with the hosts. This sense of connection, this parasocial bond, is very powerful. Podcasting isn't just background noise. The tech engine, how innovation fueled the podcast boom. Technology was the quiet, powerful engine behind this boom. It wasn't just one single invention, it was a series of developments, all working together. Better quality microphones became more affordable, no longer just for professional studios. Audio editing software became more user-friendly. Tools that were once complex and expensive, they became accessible to almost anyone. The barrier to creating good-sounding audio dropped significantly. Smartphones. These were a true game-changer. Suddenly, almost everyone carried a podcast player in their pocket. The iPod had started this trend, making audio portable. But smartphones took it to a whole new level. Listening became truly mobile, truly convenient. You could download or stream episodes anywhere, on the bus, at the gym, while waiting in line. This seamless integration into daily life was crucial. Distribution platforms also played a massive role. Apple Podcasts, once part of iTunes, was dominant for a long time. It made it relatively easy to find and subscribe to shows. Then came Spotify, investing heavily in podcasts. Technology removes so much of the friction. The listener's ear accessibility and audience connection. Why do people connect so deeply with podcasts? I keep coming back to this idea of intimacy. The human voice speaking directly into your ear. It feels incredibly personal. Like someone is confiding in you, or telling you a story meant just for you. There's a warmth, a closeness, that other media often lack. It's a very human experience, this sharing of voice, this focused act of listening. Accessibility is another huge part of the appeal. You can listen to podcasts while doing other things. This is a major advantage in our busy lives. Driving your car, working out at the gym, cooking dinner, cleaning the house. Screens demand your full visual attention. Audio frees up your eyes, and often your hands. Podcasts can fit into the nooks and crannies of your day. The sheer variety of content is astonishing. Whatever your interest, no matter how niche, there's almost certainly a podcast for it. Deep dives into history, the latest scientific discoveries, hilarious comedy shows, thought-provoking interviews. The choice is vast and it's always growing. The horizon of sound. What's next for podcasting? So, what does the future hold for podcasting? It's clear that this medium is still growing, rapidly. More and more listeners are discovering podcasts every year, and more creators are picking up microphones. The landscape is incredibly dynamic. It feels like it's constantly shifting, evolving. New trends emerge, new formats are tried. It's an exciting space to watch, and to be part of. The story is far from over. We might see more innovation in the way podcasts are made, perhaps more interactive podcasts, where the listener can make choices that affect the story, like those choose-your-own-adventure books from childhood. More sophisticated sound design is also likely, using technologies like binaural audio to create truly immersive experiences, making you feel like you are right there, in the room, in the story. Monetization will also continue to evolve. Subscriptions for exclusive content are becoming more common. Patreon and similar platforms allow direct support from listeners. Dynamic ad insertion is already quite sophisticated, tailoring ads to specific listeners. The technology will change. The future of sound is bright. Click the link at the bottom of the description. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.